So here I am, my friends, a humble farmer surrounded by more fruit than he could ever eat. Breaking improved tools into endless mode, I'm excited to show you how your hungry farmer can go ahead and get more food than they could ever, ever consume. And I'm excited to show it to you here now. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today we're going to go ahead and try to completely break open the improved tools item using the farmer character. The goal here is to have the richest, most successful, most lush gardens that ever did exist in Brotato land and go ahead and fulfill all our farming fantasies as we make the strongest farmer that ever did lay hoe to dirt. So really excited to kind of show that off here today. Looking for harvesting early, so really happy to see that as a default upgrade. Again, we really want to focus on snowballing our harvesting as quickly as we can, which I think is one of the key mechanics of Farmer. For this run, we will be assuming that we understand the basics of how Farmer works. If you're looking for more of a deep dive on Farmer's mechanics and how Farmer plays, go ahead and check out the guide I made, which is more for just a standard non-endless mode 20 wave build. But we talk all about the farmer's mechanics, so I will link that below if you want to check it out. In the meantime, going for an early harvesting start here to really get that snowballing as fast as we can. We'll do one reroll looking for harvesting, which we do find. I do think a touch of melee damage is a good thing. We'll go ahead and try to get our pruners filled up simply so we can go ahead and get the support tag rolling. Again, reminder, pruner is a support weapon, so every pruner we take up to 6 does give us an additional 5 harvesting, which is a nice way to kind of get started. Now, the key thing we're looking for in this run is improved tools, and improved tools is an epic item which increases our attack speed by 10%, but more importantly, reduces the cooldown of all of our structures by half of our total attack speed. And I think a lot of people look at that and say, hey, that's a pretty strong item. It must be really good on engineer, cyborg, streamer, characters that use turrets. It is quite powerful on those characters indeed. However, the sort of hidden mechanic there is improved tools does actually reduce our cooldown, reduce the cooldown of all of our gardens, which means it can cause our gardens to spit out tons of fruits in a way that's a lot of fun and really helps us snowball this character quite significantly. So that's sort of the interaction we're going for, is getting to the point where we can just go ahead and machine gun out tons of fruits and get all sorts of lovely harvesting goodness and become super, super rich and keep scaling infinitely into endless mode. So that is what we're attempting to do here today. Right now we're a noob farmer, right? We're playing Stardew Valley. Our grandfather just died. We just showed up to the farm for my Joja Cola job or whatever it was, and we don't even have the right tools. There's a bunch of rocks on the ground, a bunch of weird wood that we can't chop yet, and we're like, what's going on? But again, just a reminder that wonderful farms come from relatively humble beginnings, and humble beginnings we are currently at. Looking around here, do like a free peaceful bee as well as a little bit of harvesting, and not going to pass up a legendary melee bonus there. Do like a claw tree as well, a little more melee damage, touch of crit, and again, looking for some more harvesting things. So 149 harvesting by wave 5, definitely not bad on the back of a couple early harvesting items as well as an early wheelbarrow. Other items we're obviously looking for is things like that give us attack speed, like community supports, like coffees, things like that. Things that can give us attack speed to really help our improved tools pop off and help our gardens become really, really strong. So that is sort of what we're looking for here. Obviously, the other key item we want to pay attention for is something like a crown. Crown obviously is a really good item. However, it's probably the best item on Farmer specifically, as it does stack with Farmer's innate harvesting bonus. And as we all know, compound interest is OP, as we demonstrated in our Saver video. So I do want to kind of get that rolling so we can get that 16% increased harvesting, which is quite strong. We'll take a little bit of lifesteal if it's offered to us at a good rarity tier, which it is. Don't think the ritual is quite efficient enough yet. Again, we're going more for economy. Really like a little bit of luck there. And we'll go ahead and upgrade our pruners. And we'll go ahead and grab that coffee, as they say, as well. Now, like most melee characters, Farmer definitely suffers a little bit in the early game. Farmer specifically, I think, can struggle a little bit with waves. I think 8 through 12 or so. I mean, most melee characters do struggle on those waves, so you do want to take just a touch of offense and a touch of defense in order to, be able to clear those waves without getting completely overrun. So I do like taking just a touch of melee, maybe a touch of defense, so we're able to just keep that wave clear and play a little defensively if we need to. So we will be taking, a little bit of melee, a little bit of defense in order to go ahead and stay solvent, if you will, just so we don't get overrun in those early waves. As we kind of let our harvesting sort of come together, and all that good stuff. So 301 materials there, not too shabby, and do love taking some luck. And again, attack speed is tempting, but with negative armor, I will take the max HP just for a little bit more defense. And we'll keep getting some more harvesting items, helping that clear, as well as lemonades and weird foods, which really do help some of our other items scale. I do like gentle aliens, however, you know, don't want to take him too early, and really like both a garden and a hunting trophy, which does incentivize me to take a little crit early just to start snowballing. Hunting trophy is not normally how I build this character. That said, if you do see one early, you know, you do want to take it up. It is relatively powerful. So again, I'd like to say this is the world's least fun Easter egg hunt, as we are here on wave 7, hunting down the eggs, where we go ahead and try to take these things out before they spawn. Just missed it there. However, unlike maybe your grandmother's Easter egg hunt, or if you're like really lucky, like an Easter egg hunt at the White House lawn, you know, you go around, you hunt your eggs down, but rather than getting delicious chocolate, you get bloodthirsty aliens that are trying to kill you. So not nearly as fun when you find an egg as it is in like a normal Easter egg hunt, but this is the hand we're given with, and is the hand we shall play. That said, I do think a touch of speed does make this a lot more manageable, as we're able to sort of hunt down the eggs earlier. That said, got a pretty tough lie there. We're missing a bunch of the eggs, so they spawned just outside of our vision. I do like a free padding, even if it's relatively tough now, and obviously do like harvesting. We'll go ahead and take that hunting trophy and see if we can get online. Don't think we can afford a second padding just yet, although I do like it. Really do like a tentacle. We'll upgrade a pruner. And again, do not mind rolling somewhat aggressively here on these early waves in order to find some of these good economy items. Wave 8, again, I think is one of the challenging waves for melee characters, where these bruisers start appearing, which are the enemy types that charge you. One of the silver linings of this character is that, you know, not silver linings, the big penalty of this character is that they get 50% less materials from enemies, which is a relatively substantial drawback. That said, the silver lining to that penalty is, like, you don't need to clear waves as efficiently, especially early, in order to stay ahead. On a normal potato, you know, if you get into a wave like this and you can only kill 40% of the enemies on the wave, it means you're usually falling behind because you've left all those materials, all that experience on the map, and it's sort of like a reverse snowball. It tends to create a pattern where you fall behind in the run and you cannot catch up. The advantage of Farmer is because they get all their sort of materials and wealth from harvesting. Like, if you have a couple early waves like this where you're just not able to kill many enemies, it's not the end of the world, because that's not how we're scaling. Do love a free lost duck, and again, a little more luck I think is good. We'll go ahead and take the attack speed as well as the plating there, just to give ourselves a little defense. And here we go, baby. We are off to the races with a wave 9 crown and 343 harvesting. Love to see that. That will really help us scale, and we'll take just a touch of defense there. We picked up a couple lemonades. With all our lemonades, definitely don't mind an alien worm, just to get a little bit more HP. So that really bodes well for a strong run to get that crown this early. So really happy to see that. As again, we're at a decent 340 harvesting. I think if you're over 320 by this point, you're usually doing okay. Now, the key thing about wave 9, this is obviously the wave where a lot of little enemies spawn and you get to kill them all. Really fun wave. In this wave, on a normal potato, you typically want between 450 and 500 materials. Now, on this character, you're not going to get nearly as many materials from this wave, typically, simply because, you know, you're only getting half materials compared to a normal potato. So I do think if you have enough harvesting where you're able to still hit that 450 to 550 material amount, that usually means you've got enough early harvesting. If you're falling super behind here, it normally means, you know, we're a little behind. So just something to keep in mind. That said, I do think we have enough harvesting where we will be able to, you know, handle this wave okay, and still get enough materials to feel okay about our life choices. That said, you know, obviously we're playing the long game here. You can see all that harvesting pulling right to us. Don't want a head injury I'll go ahead and take a little muscle, dude, pardon me, simply because I do think a little bit of more melee damage is helpful. Really do like a wheat, just giving us a nice amount of good stats, both melee damage, and really love a tractor. That is really going to turbocharge things. Love a blindfold. So again, at this point, my goal is mainly just to survive, you know, as we have a wave 11 horde wave, but if we're able to survive, we're really going to see things just take off here, as when we got a really strong start. So excited to kind of showcase it. So we will eventually snowball over the run, just be able to demolish everything. But early on, we're not quite there yet. So we do want to focus mostly on surviving these early waves, as we kind of let our harvesting, you know, do what it needs to do. But you know, we're putting our basics farm, basics of the farm together, right? Like we're no longer being laughed at. We're able to show up to the saloon. People don't give us dirty looks, right? Like we're part of the community, but like nobody's lining up their dollar to date us yet, right? We're still very much needing to prove ourselves, but like we're somewhat ingratiating ourselves to the community, which is a really good thing. So obviously, trying to dart in there, play a little aggressively, take some enemies out. But as we get through the wave, I definitely do not mind just sort of chilling, using our gardens for regen if we need to. Obviously, not the most efficient thing. In a perfect world, we do leave those gardens for more harvesting, but you know, some of these early waves, if we need to use them for healing, I'm not against that. As we play a little bit risky there, but again, our harvesting will sort of compound on itself. I will look for a little bit more defense here, so happy with the max HP. Go ahead and take a little more armor, defective steroids, and we'll go ahead and take an adrenaline. Even though it's not an amazing item, I do want to sort of go ahead and get that item off the board. We're not at the point where I do want to take a wisdom yet. We are going into a wave 11 horde wave, so I do want to do our best to survive there. And I will actually go ahead and take a spicy sauce. I don't know if we can afford the lucky charm just yet, and we'll take another leather vest, which should give us enough defense, I think, to get through this okay. Although we will still struggle a little bit, but one or two more waves, I think we will really start to snowball on through. So we do have the Pursuer enemy type, which are these armored enemies that charge us and deal a ton of damage. So I really just want to try to make it through this wave. That said, we're able to get our armor up to 9, which I think is enough to survive, but this is not going to be a pretty wave. That said, we are making decisions for the future, not necessarily for now. So we kind of have the building blocks in place to, I think, really have a successful run. So feeling pretty good about where this is headed, even if we are just going to kind of run away for most of this wave. But soon enough, I assure you, we will snowball over each other and really get this thing going. As we kind of let these enemies pile up and sort of run through and, you know, use that spicy sauce to our advantage. Again, spicy sauce, not an item that I normally love. That said, Farmer is one of the characters where I do think it is okay. Again, just because we have so many fruits that, we can get some decent value out of it. Kind of let these enemies stack up, run through, and try to, like, poke as many of them as we can down. So we play somewhat aggressively there to try to get some value out of the fruits. Again, our harvest is really folding on itself. Do love speed. We're a little behind there. We'll go ahead and take a little more melee damage just because I feel somewhat weak. Love a garden. Love a pruner, and then love another tractor, as that's really going to help us sort of go nuts here. Go ahead and upgrade our last pruner. Go and get the ugly tooth. Go and get the coffee. Go and get the mastery. Obviously, our percent damage is quite low, so something that helps that is something I am looking for. And do like an alloy as well. Is helping a cacophony of stats. But yeah, already at 750 harvesting, I do think that's going to continue to snowball pretty heavily as we really get our melee damage higher and higher and higher. A little bit more speed will make us both be able to be more offensive and defensive, as allows us to sort of dart through enemies a little more efficiently, take better offensive opportunities. And all that good stuff. And again, really like that tractor with our early crown is really just going to help turbocharge things as we sort of layer base here, sow our seeds, and think about lovingly about that improved tools just to really turbocharge our farms. So again, feeling pretty good about where things are headed. But soon enough, as soon as that harvesting really starts to kick in, we'll see this run kind of snowball on itself and just will become like ludicrously powerful. And who doesn't like that? I mean, I like that, so it'll be a good time. And again, I'm not afraid to dart through the bruisers into the gardens in order to, cause a little bit of an explosion, heal ourselves a little bit, and take out a couple enemies. So we're leaving a lot of enemies on the map now. I know that's totally okay. But again, we'll let that harvesting sort of come together. Love a hunting trophy, and so we'll go ahead and start cranking that crit chance. And because our percent damage is so low, I will go ahead and take that. Like a white flag, again, just to get it off the board as a unique item. Go ahead and take the alien eyes as well. Don't think the schmoop is exactly what we want as we kind of look around here for some more items. Even though it does reduce our crit, do like a bowler hat. Love a tree and love a tentacle. All things are really good. Pardon me, they're going to help us get even stronger, as both were able to scale from double hunting trophy, I believe. So we really need to focus on getting that crit up a little more to help us with that crown. But again, the crown will, I think, be the primary source of damage for us. But again, our harvesting really starting to stack up here, already at 943, which again, with that crown as well as the farmer's kit is really going to help us just snowball. Our attack speed's at 27. I do want to get that up a little bit. Feels a little slow. Again, with precise weapons, I really do want to get that attack speed up just because it really helps a lot. We'll see if we can take out this crate carrier, which may not be able to, although we just took him out, fortunately. So, feeling quite good about where things are headed as we build the world's strongest farmer to get the most ridiculous gardens that ever did exist. So feeling really good about where things are headed. I'm excited to show off this sort of fruit mania that will soon be happening here. That said, do need to get through these early waves, but we were right sort of at the cusp of this thing being able to snowball into sort of an absolutely nutso mode. So good. Play a little bit aggressively there. Don't want the small magazine. Obviously not something we want. And we'll go ahead. We'll just go ahead and actually take the luck, get that up as high as possible. And we'll take a little more luck because we like being lucky. Love a wheat helps sort of everything we're trying to do here. I do like a lemonade as well. Grab the recycle machine, get a little more tree. And I do like a little more percent damage because we are at positive range. Not quite the point where I want the mouse just yet. Man, we're just getting a ton of lucky charms, but I want to buy other things. Do like a garden, do like a snail. Again, another unique item there. And I do think we'll be strong enough here on wave 15 to take out that elite, which will be coming. In the meantime, though, just trying to sort of get our strength up. You know, our crits are starting to do good damage. 23 crit, 2 hunting trophies. We will start seeing some good value from that. And again, we're at a nice 1,000 harvesting, which will really snowball these last couple of waves as we head into sort of the back third of the game. You know, again, our farmers coming together, right? Like we maybe just got like our first tractor, right? Which is a lot of fun. Like we're starting to get some heavy equipment. Things are starting to come together. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. As I do live near a train, as you might be able to tell. So we'll say hello to everybody on the train. Hi, train. But just feeling good about this run. This is going to come together, I think, really, really well. And again, I know it's not super exciting just yet, but we've really put the pieces together to have this thing kind of snowball into a really, really fun spot. We just need to make it through these early waves, which can be a little challenging for this character in particular, as I dart through the enemies into the loving, safe embrace of my gardens, which will keep me safe and keep me fed. So we get 3 items here. Don't need the book. Definitely don't want Triangle Power, one of the worst items in the game. And go ahead and take the banner and the crit. Do like the claw tree as well. Take a little armor. Go ahead and upgrade some pruners here. Get those better gardens out. Go ahead and take a leather vest. Even though it drops some of our crit, which I do like, we'll go ahead and take the metal. Do love another tree as well. Take a little more luck. You know, geez, we really should be going crit. 3 hunting trophies. Holy smokes. And go ahead and upgrade that pruner there. As we go into the wave 15 elite, and again, relying on our gardens to heal us here, but I do think we have enough offense where we could potentially take this lead out. That said, could really use something like a community support to get our attack speed up a little higher. So I don't know if we have enough offense to take that. Maybe we're doing okay damage. Yeah, I think we'll be able to take this out. Again, this elite can be, as I like to say, is generally the easiest if you have good damage, and one of the more difficult ones if you have bad damage, as this elite is relatively easy to burst down, but can be somewhat hard to dodge if you have a ton of other enemies on the map. So I do think we're just going to adopt a defensive strategy for this elite for now. But like I said, we are planning big things later in the game, even though we're not able to quite kill this elite just yet. Again, I think on the sort of heels of some sort of soft melee damage. That said, we are doing everything here for the late game. And again, I think we're just 1 or 2 waves of really seeing this thing snowball into absolutely nuts runs. As we just see all these fruits from our gardens just really starting to populate the map and giving us an insane amount of heart. Again, we're already got 560 materials, and that's pretty nutso. Almost 2,000 here. Holy smokes. Don't want the weird goes. Do another coupon. With 23 range, do like a muscle dude and do like a free ritual, and we'll go ahead and get our attack speed up a little bit. And really do like that 8 melee damage, which I think will help our damage quite a bit. Obviously, attack speed is the name of the game, so like the coffee, like the extra glasses, really like the exoskeleton for sort of a medley of good stats there. Man, getting some sort of whack items. I don't think we can afford the bandana just yet. Do love a second alien eyes. Man, another hunting trophy. Holy smokes. I really need to be going into crit. A little more HP from the broken mouth. Love a bowler hat, just giving us a couple good things. And with a 19 armor, love the sunglasses. That will really help us get a ton of value out of that hunting trophy. So going here in the wave 16, really seeing this sort of come together, getting a ton of melee damage, a ton of attack speed, and I think at this point we're going to sort of hit the snowball point where we're going to see things just absolutely go insane. So I'm pretty excited to showcase that here. As again, we're going to get a ton of money, both from our hunting trophies, both from our insane harvesting, which is already at 1642, and we'll continue to climb rapidly from there. With all of our compounding interest. So, again, we're now like a medium prosperous farmer, right? Like we don't have the biggest house in the block. You know, we're not like, you know, in newspaper articles yet, but people are like, yeah, this guy's got going on. You know, people sometimes ask us for advice, like, you know, what's your theory on crop rotation? Like, are you worried about like your tobacco, like exhausting the soil of its nutrients? Like people are asking us questions like that, but like, you know, we don't have like a blog yet. We've got like 40 Twitter followers, but like in the community, people know who we are, right? And they pay attention to us. So all good things. You can see that really racking up some good materials from the crit, which I will continue to prioritize. Is again, we have enough armor to kind of throw us a dodge. Already getting 2,000 minerals there. Minerals, not playing StarCraft. Look for something a little better. I will take a little life steal just to get that online. Again, I think crit chance is really valuable as we continue to increase our attack speed. Love a bag, love a padding, upgrade our pruner. Enough range where a little XP bonus doesn't hurt there. We'll go ahead and take that. And again, now we have enough money where we can go ahead and really prioritize some luck. Do not take Sad Tomato on this build. I will show you why as we keep going. Love another wheat. Again, just giving us good things. And here are some really good items. Love Alien Eyes. Love a blindfold. Love a padding. That's just a good 1, 2, 3. We're now at the point where we can start taking Alien Eyes. We'll go ahead and take both of these and feel really good about taking down this Wave 17 Elite now. I do think we'll be able to handle this without too much trouble. Although, again, we're not quite at like the Elite stomping point yet. But you know, I think we're doing all right. And again, just a really good medley of items there. I mean, we're really going to start being able to crank this out. We'll play a little defensively and run into the loving embrace of my gardens to heal up. But feeling pretty good about it. Again, all that melee damage really helping us. If we take that Elite out without much trouble, and now we're really just going to focus on keeping the map clear, killing as many enemies as possible with our hunting trophies. And again, I really think we're putting something special together here as I show off the absolute insanity of the gardens, as we got all the money in the world to search for and purchase and improve tools. Good luck to do some epic items. So I do feel that in my loins. That is coming up here shortly. In the meantime, you can see packing in a good amount of materials purely from that hunting trophy. Again, with that reduced material drop penalty, like it's hard to get good materials on Farmer. So, you know, I feel good about where things are headed. We're already at 2382 harvesting, which I think is quite good. At the end of the day, this is just straight luck, so we'll take it. Don't really want those. Looking for a little bit of a better tier upgrade. I guess we'll... Man, that's a tough reroll. Don't do it that much, but I do like the attack speed. Man, we'll take just a touch of luck. And man, really getting some good upgrades here. We have enough. We'll go ahead and take some percent damage just because that's quite low. Do love a padding, do love a bowler hat, do love a fin. All really good things here. Love a vigilante ring and love another Alien Eyes. That will help us in later game. Love another coupon. All things we want to see. We have enough armor and our speed is low enough where I don't really want that. Definitely want to get our crit chance up. 25 range, do like the speed and do like the metal as well. Just giving us a bunch of good stats. Gnome is quite good for 10 melee damage, but with 19 range, don't necessarily want it. We'll stay away from the octopus, but we'll take a little more harvesting. I do like a bag, do like the wings as well as we roll here into wave 18. Feeling really good about ourselves. Again, already at 2468 harvesting, easily going to clear 3K by wave 20. Again, with some awesome crit to help that minerals, as I like to say. Again, too much reminder from my StarCraft days. As we see all these minerals, aka materials, really start to come together. As we've already got some good pieces too, as we head into endless mode. But again, we're really going to get this thing rocking and rolling, and I feel pretty good about that. As we focus on getting our harvesting as high as we can with these lovely fruits as we greedily and hungrily pick them up. But again, you can see already, you know, getting 500 plus materials from this particular character, I think, is relatively challenging. You know, just because of that huge penalty. So the fact we're able to consistently do that just means we're doing well. And we're going to really start aggressively buying all the items we want in order to really watch this thing go crazy. Again, good hunting trophies, good crown. That's a recipe for success if I have ever seen it, as we collect almost 1,000 materials here on the back of our lovely hunting trophy and are able to get the crate. I mean, look at all the luck giving us all these items. Love a lost duck, love a tentacle, don't want the range, free piggy bank, sure, free post, sure, free baby gecko, sure. And we'll take that crit just to keep that going. We'll go ahead and take that 12% damage. Like a peaceful bee, have enough armor where I'm happy with that. We get our pruners fully upgraded. Do love potato. We'll take the relic just to get that off the board. Do like the Alien Eyes, obviously. We'll take a jetpack. Again, just a little more speed. Happy with that. A little more life still I don't think will hurt. And why not a little more harvesting, right? Love an extra stomach. And we'll go ahead and take the regen potion. Again, just to get that unique taken out already. So we don't have to worry about the future. Love another padding. Love a coupon. as we're ready to, I think, really stomp this elite, as we're going to be well over 3,000 harvesting by the time we finish this wave. So feeling really, really good. Got some good upgrades there too as well. Obviously, extra stomach is essentially just a guaranteed 10 max HP per run. That's it. Still looking for the really good endless items, Anvil and Magical Leaf, but I do think we will get those as well as our first community support. But again, just getting absolutely loaded, silly rich here. Feeling really, really good about where things are headed as we build our super gardens. So I feel very good about where things are headed. I think we will disperse the bosses relatively efficiently. And again, I'm just being super aggressive, running out the map, killing as many enemies as I can. We're at a relatively impressive 58% crit. As a reminder, you know, the pruners are not a precise weapon, right? They're support. So when you're playing daggers or something, you get a really nice 15% crit base, which is really, really valuable because that really helps you target, you know, get your crit started early, going precise weapons with that 15% base. Now, we don't have that here on this character, so, you know, something to keep in mind. Look at that, 4,000 materials. Holy smokes. Don't want the chameleon, do not want the handcuffs. Sure, we'll take a free cake, and we'll take a little harvesting for the road. Why not? And do love the attack speed here. And we'll go ahead and just be extra safe and take the armor, because I do think armor does have some value in attack speed. So 4,020 materials. We'll buy a gecko just to, you know, buy pretty much any item that has a cap at this point. Do like a weird food. And here we go, baby. Just in time. It is wave 20 for improved tools to really have our gardens go off the rails. So really, really happy to see that. Buying all the gentle aliens we can here. Love another tractor. So I think we're really going to put something special together here. Full pruners, so I don't need that. Sure, we'll take a little bit more luck. You know, as we sort of redo that there. Do like broken mouth, do like a wheelbarrow. Looking around here, love another alien eyes. Again, candle's unique epic item, so we will take that just so we do not keep seeing it. We'll take a tractor and we'll go ahead and demolish these bosses and start seeing our super gardens start to spawn. You see all these lovely gardens we have here, and we're actually poised to do, I think, a decent endless mode here, as we have 6 improved eyes, which is definitely not bad for where we are in the game. You can see our gardens are now going to be twice as effective, spitting off all that fruit. You can see just us collecting all the fruit, but we have not seen we've not scratched the itch of the absurdity that these gardens can provide. The other item that works really, really well with improved tools is the Retribution Hoodie, which is part of the reason I like to keep my attack speed up just a little bit. Again, that is just such a huge amount of attack speed innately that it really just helps these gardens really pop off. But you can see here, I mean, we look at all this fruit. You can see the huge impact that our gardens are having. It really helps us keep our attack speed up as we, keep our harvesting up as we're able to pick up all of these lovely fruits. And I'm feeling really, really strong and really, really good. I mean, we got a ton of chests here, but you see we're just off to the races with the improved tools, as I will quadruple check I'm recording here in my software. You know, sometimes you call your shots, right? Oh my gosh, there's a hoodie. So you can see with 74 dodge, our attack speed is currently 107. Now it's 255. Pretty good, right? Don't need the explosive shells. Do love the coffee. Do love the wheelbarrow, and we will start taking bandanas and all that good stuff. Do like the 8 melee damage. We'll go ahead and take a little armor as well as get that crit. Nice night. And here it is, community support and a garden. We are off to the races here. I do like a blindfold, but with that negative range. I don't want to take that just yet. Do like a fin. Love a padding. All right, we'll take the blindfold and pick up some range later. And then love a cape. Again, one thing to point out is our dodge is capped, right? However, when we take this cape, it still bumps our attack speed up quite a bit because Retribution Hoodie continues to work, you know, even when your dodge is already capped. Again, Retribution Hoodie gives us attack speed for dodge, and even when we're at our dodge cap, it still keeps working. So love another garden just to keep our, you know, keep our farm going here. Take a little luck, and you can see just sort of buying a ton of things here. So do really like that. I do believe, I'm just checking here, we do have, do we have a Vigilante ring? We may not. So that is something I'm definitely looking out for. But again, we just took a ton of gardens. We got our Retribution Hoodie, and let's just watch these gardens explode here as we get a ton of gardens. You know, really, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Love to see that as our gardens. Just look at that. I mean, we're just spewing out fruits. We're really going to get as many fruits as we can. You know, we are not done buying gardens. I promise you that. So I really like to see all these gardens. Again, you know, we're still at 4,000, you know, 4,000 harvesting. You know, we are going to be fighting against that harvesting penalty in endless mode. But the great thing about this sort of lovely mass garden strategy is we can go ahead and pick up all these fruits, which does a good job at sort of, you know, helping keeping that harvesting penalty at bay.
A little bit about me. My name is Sean. I run a channel here called Sean's Here, which is playing my name Sean as well the gaming term S tier. Trying to take a little bit of a humorous / analytical look at Brotato while keeping the action moving. If you enjoyed this video, I'm still new at this, just under a month, really loving the reception, but if you could toss me a like, possibly even a subscribe, or maybe even a positive comment, I will personally come to your house and hoe your very first row of wheat, so you can just sit there on your porch drinking your coffee as I go ahead and work hard out in the fields for you. So I hope that is an entertaining proposition. Sure, we'll take that. Love another Alien Eyes, really good. That said, we do need to get some Tardigrades. I do like a Mammoth just to really crank that damage. And man, another Alien Eyes. Holy smokes, we were really off the races there. But sure, we'll take the Gentle Alien as we go into Wave 22 Elite, which we will just go ahead and just drill down. You can see there, feeling really good. That said, really do need an anvil if we want to make an endless, sort of deep endless mode run, as that sort of armor scaling is super important. Grind's Magic Leaf is really good as well, and we also are lacking any Vigilante rings, so I do hope we see that. That said, who cares, right? Like, we got our gardens going. They're absolutely spewing out fruits here as we are just laughing our way to the bank and hoping to see more gardens. Do we really need more gardens? No, but it's fun, so I do want to get them. Again, all our hunting trophies and our crit, which is now climbing up to an impressive 74, although we do want to get that to 100. Feeling pretty good about where things are headed as we absolutely bonk through this wave, just picking up. Oh my gosh, look at all these fruits. So many fruits. I love it. I love seeing it. So feeling really good as we get through this here. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty easy. Sorry, I was just checking the time there, seeing what time it is as I do this early morning before I begin my actual job, which is not a YouTuber, if you were wondering. Don't need a scope, sure helmet, sure black belt, sure propeller hat, don't need a missile. We'll take some attack speed because it makes our gardens more effective, and we'll take some more speed because there is no other good rerolls. Don't hate a mastery, love a tentacle. Again, looking for some of these specific endless mode items, which I do think can be quite good, which that is not it. No, those are it. Again, doing lots of rerolls here. Take a little bit of armor, just since we don't have an anvil, but we're off to the races. So we'll go ahead and check in a couple waves once we've had some time to sort of let this stuff develop. Look at my gardens. Ha 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 ha. I'm the richest farmer. Fruit. Yeehaw. So here we are going into Wave 25. We've been able to pick up another garden or two since we last were together. And you can just see how nutso these gardens are going to start popping off as we just... Oh my gosh. It's like you can't even... I mean, look at all this fruit. So much fruit. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. As we go ahead and just annihilate these elites. And you can see, even at Wave 25, we're still at 3,400 harvesting. Again, just picking up nutso amounts of fruit. And again, this is just a fun way to keep scaling in endless mode. And again, picking up more fruit. I mean, our gardens are literally machine gunning out fruits in a hilarious fashion as we go ahead and just pick up all this. I mean, look at that garden. I mean, it's just like a little oasis of delicious fruit. I mean, tell me that is not amazing. So really like to see all of that as we just... And I mean, like, I can't even pick up all this fruit. I'm full. I'm starving. I've never eaten so much fruit in my life. So yeah, I feel really good about where this is. Sure, we'll take a missile. Why not? Diploma. Then we'll take the crit just to get that over 103 and just stop our harvesting from going down. So anyway, we'll check in here in a couple waves. All right, so here we are going into Wave 28 with, again, some even... I think we added 2 or 3 gardens since we last spoke. And we're going to see these gardens just absolutely, oh my gosh, come together. I mean, look at all this fruit. We'll go ahead and stand still and let our gardens really just, you know, look at this. Just, I mean, we're surrounded. It's an ocean of fruit. Oh my gosh, too much fruit. Look at this. Like, we got too much fruit. I mean, we're in an ocean of fruit. I mean, look at that. I'm looking at the screen. I mean, that's just too much fruit, baby. Oh man. Just run around, bang. Fruit. Oh my god, that's hilarious. And again, we're still we're over 3,000 harvesting still on Wave 28, just showing the nutso, you know, as we just are in a cacophony of fruit here. Too much fruit as we go for every garden in existence, as we just hoover up all the fruit like a hungry little goblin, you know, eating all our apples up. And still getting over 5,000 materials at this point in the game, which I do think is quite good. Can afford one. Take a little harvesting. Why not? Take a little more luck, like a bunny here. And again, we'll check back in here in a wave or two. So here we are on wave 30, which I think will be a wonderful time to admire all the gardens we have worked oh so hard for as we go ahead and admire our empire of fruit as we just sort of bask in the glory of our gardens as we let these things, I mean, this it ain't much, right? But it's honest work. I mean, just look at this. That is hilarious. We'll just let these fruits sort of spawn and coat the map. As I'm looking here over my screen, that is actually kind of hilarious. You can see all the fruits, and we're still at an impressive 29:33 harvesting as our fruits just coat the map. Insane amounts of fruits as we let them all pile up in our little fruit kingdom here as we just laugh and we go whoop, whoop. Oh my gosh, look at this. Bang, 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 zoop, 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 zoop. Woo, fruits. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So again, just showing some fun ways. This is up there with the most gardens I've ever gotten going. That is absolutely hilarious. No blood donation, no rip and tear, sure missile, sure HP regen, sure armor. So anyway, that has been absolutely hilarious. Just watching all these gardens kind of take off. This run did miss the anvil as well as a vigilante ring, but we did get another garden. So why don't we see what that? So go ahead here and check in just a moment. So here we are, friends, on wave 33 on the back of our 12 gardens, 6 pruners, and 521 attack speed without any of our community supports being in play, as we will sit back and admire the gloriousness of our gardens as they go ahead and just coat the map in all sorts of lovely, delicious fruit here as we just see these things machine gunning out more fruit than any hungry potato could ever eat. I think I will probably call this here, as I think I've sort of demonstrated the point that we can have a lot of fun just busting open improved tools, getting insane attack speed, and just watching the map just coalesce in giant waves of green as our fruit gardens. And we even got some hidden over here. Just go ahead and coat the map. Insane amounts of fruit, allowing us to keep our harvesting at a nice, like a 3,000. It's even going into endless modes. We'll go ahead and like hoover this up. Anyway, I hope I've shown you how you can go ahead and use fruits to absolutely stomp endless mode, have a hilarious time, and just be the hungriest Brotato that ever did exist. So, I mean, look at all that. Just fruits zooming in together. So anyway, that's a lot of fun. So I appreciate you watching. Hopefully showed some of the hilarious we can do here. So thanks for staying along and hope you enjoyed this video. Take care. Cool. 608 attack speed natural with, I believe, 14 gardens, which we can see, or 16 gardens, which you can see down here. Swapped off a little late to potato throwers, so my mine's a little low, so I might just die here on wave 50. But just to kind of show you where this ended up, but I do have to be careful dodging just because we did spend down a ton of cash late, which means our alien eyes and potato throwers are not nearly as strong as they should be, but we're still able to take that out pretty easily. So we'll just go ahead and kind of let this roll so you can see the hilariousness when all the fruits kind of pull in at the end. So you can see the 16 gardens we have absolutely popping off as the game sort of breaks when it pulls together. So I do think you probably will run into some lag issues super deep into the run, but hey folks, went ahead and took this all the way to wave 100 where our alien eyes have done a cool 14.6 billion damage. This definitely has some strength, although we're seeing the fringes, the edges kind of fall apart a little bit here. But we'll go ahead and showcase wave 100, but things are getting a little hairy as we continue our fruit run, as I'm already out of tardigades, and we very well may just see me get rocked here. I think we have essentially killed all the elites. All right, we should be safe now that the elites are dead. And kind of funny thing, you can see our little, I picked up that medical turret there by mistake actually, and you can just see with the attack speed, it's just machine gunning out healing there with our improved tools, just going absolutely ballistic. But been a pretty fun run, and I think this one, is 1 to 2 tardigades away from really having some super strong late game potential. Really has the offense covered. Just a little weak, only 6 tardigades, but I think really had the rest of what we needed as we got 19 alien eyes. They're just doing great work. But yeah, really showing the power of this right here. Hi folks, here we are at wave 110 with our improved tools, giving our structures 452%
reduced cooldown, as well as our alien eyes doing a cool 27 billion damage. And you can see that's with our attack speed at 905, which does not include our many community support. So this one's been fun. I'll showcase here at 110 just a little bit further than the last Endless Wave, but I do think this one is falling apart at the seams a little bit, as I very much have to have some good dodges and all this chaos. Erstwise, I just get insta-gibbed. As I took my eyes away from the screen there for just a second, and that was enough, I think, to potentially end this run, but we'll play it out. You see, we do actually have enough armor and HP to take a hit or two, which is not normal for Endless mode. You see one whack there. And wasn't paying attention. Oh, man. So there we go. Just showing off this run here as we die at 110. I think that was very winnable, but I got a little distracted there and burned through all my tardigades. But you can see I got almost every single item in the game here, and I'm actually kind of glad just to show where this one ended. But feeling pretty good, 130 armor from Anvil, 590 stats from Leaves, and then we'll go ahead and check, like I said, now it's already up to 29 billion hunting trophy. So not my best, but still kind of fun just to show where that ended up. I do think the one missing piece there is if we just had 2 or 3 more tardigades, I think we really could have taken this one as deep as we wanted in the cool 275,000 materials from hunting trophy. So anyway, a lot of fun. Happy to show this one off. Thanks for watching and take care.